one son was very young. He would say to me, "Mommy, do this." And I would say, "I can't do that because of my back pain," but I would use the excuse, "I'm an old mommy. Only young mommies do that." And that was painful. Just in my heart, it was painful. So yeah, it was difficult. My lifestyle before I had pain was active. I'm the mom of 5. I love to do outdoor things like, hiking and going on camping trips with my family. I love to ride horses. I love to play with our dogs. I love to cook and bake and do the things that moms like to do. And my biggest enjoyment in life before pain was working as a NICU nurse. I did that for many years, but that was before my pain. In 2005, I had a surgery, and when I woke up, I was in severe pain, back pain. I suffered with that for a long time, and the doctors finally said, "We're going to just send you to a pain specialist." Their answer was, "We'll just give you pain pills." Man, I didn't really like that all that much, but I wanted to keep working, so I kind of did it, and I didn't do it. By the time I would get home to sleep, because I worked overnights, I could barely walk. And sometimes it was just, I couldn't even sleep any. It was, the pain down my leg was so bad.
So there are a large number of patients who come here with the diagnosis of back pain. Here at the Pain Center of Arizona, we usually see the patient as soon as possible, sometimes within 24 to 48 hours. We do a thorough examination of the patient. Patients with back pain, approximately 20 to 30% of them involve back pain that originates from the sacroiliac joint. Sometimes the initial cause of this pain can be traumatic from previous childbirth, car accidents, falls. It can also be atraumatic from people who've had joint replacement surgery, hips or knees, people who have uneven lengths of their legs, people who just have formed arthritis in various types.
We were in a car accident, and so that didn't help either. And as time went on, the pain just got to the point where it was just debilitating. I found myself being less and less active, doing fewer and fewer things with my family, and it was kind of isolating. So I didn't enjoy my life all that much. I didn't enjoy my job as much, and it was gradually getting worse and worse and worse. For 15 years, really, from 2005 to 2020 was the worst of the whole thing. Then in 2020, I found the pain center and Dr. Jones, and I was so happy because he suggested doing the implants in the SI joint. And I thought, well, that kind of makes sense. And so I did some research. And when I did the research, I said, oh, I can see why he wants to do this.
The issue with a patient's sacroiliac joint is often there's either too much motion within the joint or laxity of the actual ligaments. So what we try and do when we place a spacer such as link is we try and actually put the appropriate distance between this actual joint, and we try to allow the joint to actually heal itself by putting a small amount of bone graft in there to let that joint kind of heal itself. As you can see, this is a model of a patient's sacroiliac joint, the sacrum and the ilium itself. This is a kind of an example of the link device that's there within the joint. It's about the size of an almond, and even though it's that small size, it does have a significant and robust effect on pain relief, which is pretty amazing. The device itself is called Link, and there's an actual window within the Link device itself where we put some bone graft there to actually allow the body to heal itself once it's actually in place within the sacral joint.
When I got done with the procedure, I came out of that conscious sedation, and instantly I gasped, and the nurse said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I don't have any right leg pain anymore. I can't believe it. She goes, I gotta go tell Dr. Jones. So yeah, that's how wonderful it worked for me. And before I even left, I said, when can we do the other side?
So me as a pain provider here at the Pain Center of Arizona, I often think of our job to relieve pain and to help make patients' lives better. I have examples where there were truck drivers who could only sit for 30 minutes. Now they can sit for 6 to 8 hours. Grandparents who couldn't play with their grandchildren, now they're out in the backyard playing. I have parents that couldn't function on the job or couldn't lose weight because they weren't able to be active enough because they had too much pain. Now with Link, those patients are able to lose weight, be more active, go to the gym, perform their tasks, perform their jobs with a lot less pain.
I truly was fed up. I was fed up with taking all of the, over-the-counter medications. I was fed up with having injections. After the surgery, the joy that I have, I'm a different person. I really am. The things that I can do now that I've had the surgery and I feel so good, I'm back to growing a garden. The other night we went to the symphony with my children and my grandchildren. We fly more to Texas to see our other kids. We are able to go on trips, and do things. It's just changed my life for the better. Working is now not a painful experience, but it's one where I can love what I do. I can stand in the kitchen and cook all day long. And I can go to bed and say, wow, that was a good dinner and I had a good time, and go to sleep rather than slowly crawling in bed in pain and wish I shouldn't have done it.
It gives me a lot of joy to provide patients with pain relief because as a provider, we take care of an inordinate amount of patients with pain. And to be able to relieve their pain in such a dramatic fashion is always a pleasure for pain physicians.
To the Pain Center, I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting me be the mom and the grandma. I have my life back. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am back, baby.